And we can think about what makes it harder than that in real life, right? That we fear the repercussions of what we say. We
Right.
fear hurting the other person or things getting conflict ridden or uncomfortable. We fear it ending the relationship and all of the fears that come up with that. We
Mhm.
doubt ourselves and the legitimacy of our own need and desire, right? So we can
Mhm.
get caught in a loop of invalidating our own wish and need for something different that leads us to smush it down and repress it in service of maintaining the still water in the relationship. It's
Mm.
complicated in real life, right? But that does become a trap. I mean, I think we're starting to jump into what I think of as enmeshment patterns. Like when if I let's say I needed a different kind of connection from my partner, but I felt like, well, I can't ask for that without upsetting my partner,
Right.
right? So whether we're talking about a sexual connection or an emotional connection, and therefore I'm going to doubt the legitimacy of what I need. I'm going to suppress that in order to keep the other person comfortable in service of maintaining the still waters of the connection because I believe that's my job, right? I've been conditioned to believe that's my job. Now we're in an enmeshed relationship where I can't feel XYZ because you, ABC, right? I
Right.
can't this because you this, or I have to this because you that.
Mm.
And I tell my clients this enmeshed place is where this is where libido goes to die. This is where
Mm.
intimacy goes to die.
Mhm.
It's the home of resentment. It's the home of loneliness. Because from here we do this. This is the ironic thing. We do this in the name of maintaining what we think of as intimacy or connection. But really we've just removed ourselves from the equation, right? If I'm not coming forward with my real needs and feelings, now there's not two people in the room anymore. And
Right.
intimacy comes from there being two people in the room.
Mhm. Mhm. Let's talk about that because I feel like when I think a lot of the times when people think about intimacy, they think about sex or, physical connection. Can you talk a little bit about what intimacy is in this context?
Hmm. Yeah, so I'm using the word intimacy to mean a deep sense of connection. So that could be knowing each other emotionally in a really honest way. It could mean a sense of a spiritual connection. It could be physical connection that is sexual or sensual or affectionate or playful, any form or comforting, any form of body connection, really. And sometimes intimacy even comes in the form of some cognitive connection, some intellectual sparkiness, some enjoyment of each other on that layer, right? I think in terms of body, mind, heart, and spirit, like, is there some form of connection and deep relating to each other on each of those levels? And and it's different for different couples. Like not everybody craves connection on all four of those levels. And so
Mhm.
then we get into looking at is the match right?
Right.
Right? Does what I want in terms of intimacy match what my partner wants in terms of intimacy? And if not, are our different visions mutually exclusive and incompatible? Or can they be blended even though they differ?